In a world that is robbing dudes of their dudeness, three normal, everyday, middle-aged dudes are taking a stand for dudes everywhere. Join us as we talk about life as a dude in today's world.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Dudefinitiy podcast, the only podcast dedicated to all things dude. My name is Sterling, and joining me as always, two-time Olympic gold medalist in rhythm gymnastics, Jordan.
Pat, don't roll like that, homie. I don't even know what you're trying to say, man. Like, is rhythm gymnastics shaking my belly or something? Because that's about the only thing that's happening, bro. 41, middle-aged, full dad bod mode right now.
Well,
working to get out of that. Working to get out of that, you know.
This was back 15 years ago, man. You know that. 15, and you know what? Honestly, I think you should have gotten another medal. You should have gotten another medal because I think the Lithuanian judge was way too hard on you.
Whew, okay, and in other news, no. So what's going on this week, man? How you doing?
Oh, my brother. Just doing the whole prepping for Christmas thing. God, I hate shopping.
So I'm probably not unlike most dads, I tend to think. We love our ladies even more this time of year. I'm very surprised on Christmas morning often at what my child opens. Just as surprised as she is. I have a general idea. I mean,
yeah.
But at the end of the day, my wife gets joy out of shopping and doing that, and I absolutely do not at all. Like, not even in the slightest. Not something that I care to do. The gift giving is great. I just don't want to have to be the one to choose the gift usually, because it's a lot of pressure and I don't like it.
Yep.
And I don't know, man. Christmas to me is not about the gifts anyway. So, yeah.
Well, yes, it's to you. It's not about the gifts, but I get joy out of getting my daughter and my girlfriend stuff, and they're happy about it, and my daughter plays with it for 4.5 minutes and then moves on to the next thing, and then there's crap strewn everywhere, and I inevitably didn't buy batteries, or at least the right kind of batteries for the thing that I got her. It's a Christmas tradition.
Yeah.
It's like a Yule log or
no, man.
being
It's
drunk.
Christmas is just I love Christmas, don't get me wrong. I love being together with everybody, but it's just everybody's everywhere. And then the anger that people seem because they're so focused on what they're trying to get in that last minute shopping mode that nobody just seems to care about other people when they're out and about doing stuff, and so they're only thinking about themselves, and the traffic's terrible, and I sound like I'm a 75-year-old man, but it really I live in the country and I don't want to go to town during Christmas season at all.
Well, Martha, we gotta hitch up the horses and head on into town.
That's kind of how it is, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, you know what I mean? It's boy, I travel a lot for work, so I'm out all week long. So when I'm home, the last place I want to go is in town anyway. And then when I have to go in town during this time of year, but
I mean,
well, probably I'm not working for the next 17 days. How about that? Like, that's
be nice.
pretty cool. It's,
yeah, good for you. Go yourself.
I mean, I'm still answering the phone and talking to agents and stuff, but I just didn't really want to have to travel and leave my house and be out in the middle of all this stuff right now.
Yeah,
so
I don't get those kinds of breaks. But let me ask you this: Have you done any shopping this year?
Not my fault. You chose to be an educator.
We're really all over the place with this. Educator and garbage man. Anyways,
man, what happened?
Anyways,
getting back on the rails here. You can cut that.
Yeah. So have you done any shopping?
Yes, at my keyboard.
Oh, all right. Well, I've actually been out, brick and mortar stores shopping. Getting stuff.
Nope.
Yeah, man. I just like the idea of those things still existing.
No, I have to do that. I have to do that this week. Like, that's one of the things I'll do over the next few days. Ellen and I will go do some stuff, and then usually my buddy Dave and I this time of year usually go out and kind of find those things that we're gonna put, give to our wives for Christmas or whatever. So Um, for some reason, we end up at Barnes and Noble every year, and I don't know if we're just married to like bookworms or what, but they always get a book. Shout out,
Yeah, no.
ladies. Shout out to all my
But
bookworms.
now you're gonna have to let me know whether you agree with me here. But as I shopped around in my local area, I noticed, man,
All three
the traffic's
stores. Way to
bad.
go, bud.
All three. Nah, man, there's plenty out here for that sort of stuff. But I've kind of noticed, one, the traffic's not as bad as it's been in previous years. There's not as many people shopping. I don't know, man. I just, we can't all work for Amazon. It just kind of makes me, this time of year, it always makes me think, how much
If it were
longer are
up
we
to
going to have?
Bezos, he'd run the entire world anyway, so
Oh,
why
yeah.
couldn't we?
Yeah, no, no thanks. That doesn't sound fun to me at all.
You don't want to
Uh,
work at an Amazon ran school as an educator?
or credit union as a janitor.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, but have you noticed anything like that where
No,
you
not
are?
at all, man. I live in a
No.
place that is just a rat race every day of the week. And this time of year, it's even worse.
Thanks for watching, Dudefinity. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit that like button.
Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify for new podcast episodes every Wednesday and Friday. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And as always, stay a dude. We were talking about your dad, and we were talking about just different things you got from your dad, and may he rest in peace, all that good stuff, rest in paradise wherever he is. Um, but we we've been talking about Buffalo, and we've been
Mm-hmm.
talking about kind of some of the stuff that's recently come to light up there in Buffalo. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I remember is when your dad passed,
Mm-hmm.
you bought yourself a gift with some money, a little bit of money that your dad gave you. And that gift was something that you had been waiting on for a while and kind of wanted to get and had to be at a specific age. Why don't you tell people about this gift, dude? Because it's one of the coolest things on
That's
earth. Like, why don't you just tell them, man? Because it's such a cool
uh,
thing to give yourself. And I
oh
feel like
yeah,
every
yeah.
time you
So,
look at it, you think of your dad.
well, yeah, no, it's kind of him when he passed, he left me a little small chunk of change, and I used some of that to get myself a 1990 Nissan Skyline GTR. So, and it just so happened that was exactly the time that the 90s became available, because they had to be 25 years old. So I bought one in gray, metallic, and I've had
And for
that
you car
for.
nuts, that's just one of the cars from the Fast and Furious kind of cars. So, or for you people who don't know cars,
It's a special car. It's my
it's a Fast and the Furious car.
it's a special car. It makes loud noises. And anyways, so
Vroom vroom.
as we talk about this, you and I, we, man, I'll tell you, I feel like, are cars boring now? I was thinking about this like earlier yesterday as I was taking what would I actually want? If money, no object. So if I won Powerball tomorrow, like, what modern showroom car would I get? And I was like, well, the Corvette ZR1 is kind of cool. Um, I've never been a huge hyper supercar person, because 99.99999% of people can't buy a $4 million car. So if I was just normal stuff, there's not really that much out there. The Nissan Nissan makes the new Z, and that's basically a 350Z with a different engine. They didn't
Yeah.
really change the chassis much. That's a 20-something-year-old car. You've got
Well, you and
the
I differ in this so greatly, though, like, because that cars like that don't excite me a whole lot. Like, I'd prefer a car like a 70s muscle car, but like modern day cars, there's nothing that gets me really that excited. The only car that I see on the market, I'm a truck guy, folks, SUV truck guy, not a car guy, but the only car on the market that I see that I'm like, man, that thing looks cool, and only reason I would buy it, and plus it's actually obtainable, is a mid-engine vet.
well But that's what I'm talking about. Like, so
I know.
you got like a C8 Corvette.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying though, like that's the only thing that like right now that I look at and I'm like, oh, that's cool enough to buy.
But every manufacturer used to have something that was at least
Oh, yeah.
mildly interesting, and it's you just don't see anything anymore.
Well, like the 3000 GT went away. Like, Acura's trying to bring back the Integra, but that thing is that's a
fucking lame.
dud. It's like a family version of.
Yeah, there's not much out there that's
No.
exciting, and there's some stuff coming down the line from like Toyota's got a new car they just announced that should be kind of cool, but the reality is it's going to cost like $400,000. Most people aren't going to be able to afford it. Most people can't even afford a Vet, really. When you think about it, I just don't.
But it's more
money
obtainable than most like supercars.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah, but money no object. There's not really anything out there that's new. There's nothing exciting out there now.
Money no object. I'm practical, man. I just go buy a G-Wagon and get it fitted the way I wanted. Like, you know what I mean? That's just me though. Like,
yeah, I mean, but that's what I mean. There's not. It's so hard to find something that's interesting.
Yeah.
I think back to when we were kids, and you could go out and you had Camaros and Corvettes, and you had like you had all different kinds of Mustangs and Acura Integras, and you could buy a Civic Si, or you could buy
Eclipse,
an Eclipse
all that
that's
stuff,
turbo
dude.
and all-wheel drive. All that stuff was out there. Every manufacturer had some kind of interesting car, and now they're all exactly the same. They are every single every SUV is
because luxury became more important, dude. Luxury became more important.
I'm going to argue with you here. I don't think it did. I think that this is all because of government interference. That hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Okay, so you have cafe standards.
Cars are uncool and it's the government's fault. Let's hear it.
Cafe standards. So you can't. You have to maintain a certain mileage across your range, right? So you got to get rid of your V8s. Anything fun with a big engine, you got to get rid of. And then most people, for some reason, have switched to SUVs.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I think they switched to SUVs is because having a low slung hood, you have pedestrian safety standards that you have to meet. So you can't have a low slung hood. A lot of this stuff I think comes from government interference a little bit. It's turned cars more into like an appliance. Like I challenge you to argue with me about this, but every fucking SUV is just a box on wheels to cart your kids around in. Like, that's what they're made for. They have no soul. There's no passion in anything anymore when it comes to cars. That's why I don't think I would, money no object, I wouldn't buy anything newer than like 2005.
Wow. So, folks, it's the government's fault that cars are and apparently kids are too now. So, yeah, that's a great.
I'm just saying, man. Like it's
speaking
like,
of
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I really hope that the Patriots don't play on Sunday night against the Ravens. Man, this is a big game, dude. Big game. I'm a little nervous.
They need a bounce back.
I'm a little nervous. Well, Lamar and the Ravens are playing well, man. And, they weren't playing well, but Lamar was out. Lamar's back. They're playing well. Their defense just shut out Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that we learn something. You know what I mean? Because Lamar and Josh Allen are two quarterbacks that we're probably going to have to deal with in the playoffs. So I just hope we learn something. You know what I mean? If we're fortunate enough to make the playoffs, I hope we don't go into a slide right now.
Well, I mean, what? I don't think that's what's going to happen.
No, I don't think so either. You're going to lose a couple of games, you know what I mean? You're going to.
Yeah, you're going to lose some games. But, here...
Yeah, go ahead.
Just my thought on
it.
You need these benchmark tests. You need these times where they go up against teams that are going to be a massive challenge to him. So, I mean, it's good for Drake May's growth, really, when you
Yeah,
think about it.
really, and, I think one of the things that's interesting about this particular game is that the Ravens need it just like the Bills did. We're getting to that time of year
Mhm.
where every game counts, and yeah, it's a measuring stick for us. I'm not too worried about the Patriots because we get over the next couple of weeks we're gonna get Milton Williams back, our defensive tackle, starting defensive tackle, run stopper. He's been out for a couple of weeks now, so we get him back. We're gonna grab we'll get Will Campbell back. We'll have Wilson back and healthy on the line. So hopefully Robert Spillane comes back. There's talk about this Judon thing where Matthew Judon passed up a couple of teams that had offered him some big money because he wants to return to New England and he's bumping around out there right now. So, I'm kind of interested to see if we take a stab at that. It didn't end amicably between him and the organization. He wanted to get paid
Mm.
and they didn't want to pay him. So I'm not sure what that means, but he's adamant he wants to come back to New England, and I think we'd be fools not to look at it. That kind of veteran championship caliber presence coming back to the lineup. But it's still Lamar prime time Sunday night in his house, and he's
Mhm.
two-time MVP for a reason. So I just it's gonna be it's not going to be an easy task. But Drake May's got to show up in a big way. He's got to be able to throw the football. We could not throw the football to save our life on Sunday against the Bills. We just really struggled. So, but I'm, you know, one thing that always gets said is you don't want to be playing your best football in September.
Mhm.
You want to be playing your best football, this time of year. I've yet to see, even though the Patriots have played well and done enough to be in the position they're in, I've yet to see them play a complete game start to finish.
Mhm.
And I'd really like to see that. You know what I mean? I'd really like to see them come out, be that fine-tuned machine that just, is winning at all three levels of the game. And, it's not just the offense winning a game or the defense is winning. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to see them just play a very well-rounded game. And so I think that's going to be the focus. I'm sure it's Mike Vrabel's focus over the next couple of weeks going into the playoffs. So, um, man, important game. Super important game.
Well, are they capable of playing a well-rounded game?
I don't know,
Are
man.
they at that point?
I don't know. Missing the people we're missing, I just don't know. So I have a question for you. Uh, I hadn't heard of this until you mentioned it the other day. You told me or earlier today, and you told me you were gonna explain it to me. So can you explain it to me? What the hell is bro golf, dude? Like, what is this? Like, I don't understand. Like you go golfing with your bros? Because every time you
No.
come with me, that's bro golf.
Okay, so bro golf is something that's kind of happened since COVID. So, I played golf before COVID. Like, I played golf for years. And one of the things that happened in COVID, golf was one of the only ways you could get out of the house and go do something. So you got a whole bunch of new people playing golf. And a lot of those people are coming from other sports, they're coming from other activities, a lot of team-based stuff. And so uh you've kind of golf kind of before COVID, I think, less so now, used to have this kind of stuffy, aristocratic, Muffy, look at the paws, kind of feel to it. Sorry. But it did, you know what I mean? Like when what did you think of when you thought of a golfer? You thought of like old rich white people. And that's not so much the case in
No,
the
I
bro.
didn't actually. I thought of Tiger Woods.
Well, okay, before Tiger Woods was around, what did you think of? I mean, you didn't have anybody in your family that golfed
I certainly didn't think of golf.
before Tiger. Oh, well,
No,
fair.
I mean, like, think about it, dude. Like Tiger Woods, when we were kids watching Stuart Scott on ESPN every day, and doing his thing, Tiger Woods was just rising up, and Stuart Scott was on him just like he was like Kobe back then, and Michael. And so, I
Well,
mean,
that's not what I'm talking
the
about.
presence was there. No, but what I'm saying
I'm
is
not
like,
talking about. what
the
I'm
rich
saying
white
is,
stuffy men never really applied to me. But anyway, I'm just making the
well,
reference that I
if
can't relate to that
I
because
don't know
all I've
how.
ever known about golf is Tiger Woods.
Well, you knew it existed before Tiger Woods was around.
I mean,
We
yeah, but it wasn't something that I paid attention to in any
Well, I
way.
didn't say that you did, but if at that before
I
Tiger
will
Woods, if
give
I
it
had
to you.
said
I will
golf,
give you
that
this. I always felt like golf was more of an affluent thing,
yes, okay, and that's kind of what I'm saying. So you've got
which is
country
why
clubs, you
Eldridge
have
was
to have
really good at
members,
it.
you have you've got country clubs, memberships, all of that kind of crap. So bro golf is kind of this trend that's happened since COVID, where golf has moved more towards not the stuffiness. So there's
Yeah.
dudes with,
Yeah, I saw
you know,
LeBron in a pair of jorts playing golf, dude. It was kind of
exactly.
weird.
More
And like
people are getting it.
regular shoes. I'm like,
Well, God, he needs lessons. He has just a Charles Barkley esque golf swing. Although Barkley's got a little better. But yeah, so it's like this whole idea that golf has become less stuffy. It's more of a social thing.
yeah,
Um, and so I've been thinking to myself about it because I played golf before that. I'm like, how do I feel about it? Like, how do I feel? Like, so I'll give you an example. I went golfing with a big group of guys. Well, not a big group of guys, the same four guys I always go on golf trips with.
huge
Um,
group, man.
yeah, huge. Uh, four. So we went
Get
to
it? 4.
uh so we go and we usually stop by and say hi to you, but we drive down to Myrtle Beach basically every year. And then the first year we went to, we've been there several times, but there was one year we went to Pinehurst for the first time on Tobacco Road. And it was an enlightening experience. I'm not going to say I am not a rich person, but I do fairly well for myself. I walked in there and felt out of place. There's like a croquet court. I think it's called a court. I'm not sure. And the columns and pillars and like a very beautiful place, picturesque type of place. And I'm like, wow, I am out of place. This is like, they have carpets in the bathrooms. That's brave. so I'm feeling some sort of way about being in this place. There's pictures of Tiger and like this beautiful golf course.
Yeah.
And we walk out, we're waiting for our tea time. We go to the clubhouse, I mean the pro shop, and then we kind of walking around there, and then we step outside, and outside I see a thing I was not expecting. There is multiple like putting greens, and the putting greens have a place to set your beer, and there's just barefoot dudes out there on these like like each putting green is a hole, and you're playing, you know what I mean? So like and there's music, and there's people drinking beer, and half of them are half cocked. And I'm
And you
like,
loved
and this
it.
is and I'm like, oh, I guess
The vibe
this
was
place
great,
is.
right?
I'm like, I guess they got the vibe right. I'm on. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, this is a place where I don't specifically know what the membership fee is. I know how much it was to play there. It was not cheap, but there's this shift where it seems to be going more towards taking itself less seriously.
Yeah.
And I've seen a couple of people, there's a couple of podcasts I really like, and one of them brought up something about, is bro golf a good thing? Like, and golf, even with Tiger Woods, golf was a dying sport.
Yeah.
COVID saved golf.
Yeah. Anything that
And
can bring it back to life is a good thing.
exactly. You had courses closing all over the place, there, and
Well, and
it was a
I,
dying sport. COVID
yeah,
came in. You've got bro golf. There's a bunch of drunk dudes
I think another
playing
thing that's got to put,
music out of the JBL speakers, having a good time and paying money. So I guess it's a good thing.
yeah, dude, I really enjoyed, for me, like I like golf. I like to get out there and, play. every once in a while. I also like to watch it, the Masters and stuff like that. But to me, man, the most exciting golf I had seen in a while was I happened to be sitting at the bar when I looked up and the Tiger Woods like golf league thing, the indoor golf league.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was incredible, man. I'm like, dude, this is fun. Like, so when you talk about like what you saw when you walked out at Pinehurst,
Hmm.
I can't help but think about what I saw around Tiger and Curry when they were playing that, and just having a
Yeah.
good time. And it was just really cool. It was fun, So anyway,
Yeah, no, it's I think it's fine, but there's like I say, you've got this influx of people who would not have normally been playing golf. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's
Well, I
become
think it's
a lot,
good.
which is good. I just think there's some people who are more traditionalist and think it should be
Well, and those people
stuffy and
are professional golfers, and the other people aren't. So there's a reason
well,
why they
no,
get
I
paid
mean,
millions of dollars,
no,
and
I'm not talking about the
I
professional
know there's your
golfers. I'm
snobby clubhouse people too. I know.
exactly,
Don't get me wrong.
that's
I get
but
it, but guess what? Churches, the same people that are having that issue are the same people that don't like that people don't dress up to go to church anymore.
yeah, you know, I
Pastors wear jeans, they don't wear suits anymore.
I remember this was a couple of years ago, and I know you don't really follow golf, but uh, there was I can't remember what tournament it was, but Rory McIlroy was wearing basically a Nike hoodie. It wasn't really a hoodie; it was a different material, and I think it had like a quarter zip, but it
Yeah,
had a hood, and that you would have thought that this man murdered someone the way people were reacting to it. It was just it's wild. And like I say, I mean, you should be there's certain etiquette things that you should do. You hit a ball towards people, say four. If if
yeah,
we'll play music out of our speaker, but when we start coming up on another group, we turn it way the heck down.
yeah.
Turn it down. It doesn't bother me, but I don't know if it's gonna like you can have it both ways, I think, with this. But like I say, I just
Well, I
I
think what
feel
you're
like
getting
it's a
ready
bit
to
of an
see
overreaction.
I think you're getting ready to see golf explode in a way that hasn't happened, where people are gonna start buying up courses and making them fun. Like having a lot of like night golf and different like holes and like drinks and cart girls and bars and music and
Mm.
I think you're gonna see like you go out and you play golf with the guys or a group of people and you play 18 holes and you there's music and there's just different, you know what I mean? I could see a
Yeah.
place that's gonna happen
Uh
in
yeah,
the
I mean,
evolution.
especially like when you start going like I played in Florida a couple of years ago and night golf was big down there. There
Yeah.
was a lot of night golf. Night golf can be fun.
Yeah.
It can be. I think it can also be a massive pain in the dick, but
Yeah.
that's me. Um
No, but I mean, like glow golf, like where you have the glowing ball and
yeah, yeah.
all of that. Like, I think that's going to be a thing. I think you're going to see maybe 9 hole. They'll probably start at 9 holes and just kind of, you know what I mean, though. That I think it's going to be miniature golf, but on full size freaking 300-yard holes, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, crazy
Maybe.
fun stuff.
Maybe.
I'm
Yeah,
just,
part of the thing with it is that building, maintaining golf courses it's expensive.
it's expensive.
It's an expensive endeavor. And it
But
takes
imagine if
it
Drive Shack had like a 3 hole like course that you could play and like at night go out there and
yeah, like I say, I just think anything that builds the sport is a good thing, but that's me.
yeah.
Um so speaking of building sports, what are you
Okay.
thinking of what are you expecting to see with this NBA trade deadline that's coming along
Oh
here?
Lord, man. Well, you know what I want to see. I don't
Mhm.
know if I expect to see it, but I think Simons would be a great trade candidate to flip to the Clippers. But there's some dominoes that would have to happen. Um, I fully expect Giannis to be a buck after the trade deadline. I don't see how they can trade him right now. His contract's too big. It's more of an off-season play, I think, at this
Mhm.
point. There's too many teams that would have to get involved, and you typically don't in season see like 5 and 6 team trades. It's just not a
It's
thing,
hard to do.
you know. So I don't see that being a thing right now, just based on pure roster construction. You know, I think that there's some trade candidates that people aren't talking about, and I think it's interesting. So Devin Booker,
Mhm.
the right piece comes along. Why wouldn't the Suns trade him? They're not winning. There's nothing
No,
going. No, but
no,
why
there's
not
nothing
Devin
going
Booker for
particularly
say
right.
Ja Morant?
So here's the thing. I
Well, it
think.
has to be a 1-to-1. So what I'm saying is I think
uh,
that there's going to
Well,
be
you can include draft picks,
right. But what I'm saying is the
right?
salary has to match similarly. So
Yeah.
like maybe Ja Morant for Giannis. I don't know. I mean,
Boy,
maybe the
man,
Bucks like that. I
you're
don't.
taking any team is taking a flyer on Morant just because of all the things that come along
Yeah.
with
Oh
him,
yeah. For
you know.
sure. For
But
sure. I also saw somebody say that Devin Booker for of all people, Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's had a rough go. I mean, they're not winning. All of a sudden, Devin Booker comes there. It's a different shot in the arm, so to speak. So, um, the Clippers are going to get blown up. They've got to, right? I mean, I would imagine the Kings aren't going to stand pat with Levine and like DeRozan's got to want out and be chasing a title at this point.
so to my eyes, I see the Clippers blowing it up, the Kings blowing it up. I think Milwaukee wants to blow it up. Whether they can move Giannis is what's going to determine it.
Yeah,
Um, and
if they're
the,
smart, they try to move Bobby Portis, in my opinion, and maybe Kyle Kuzma.
well, I would love to see us make a move for Miles Turner. I would
Yeah.
love to see Boston try and flip
You and your Miles
Simons.
Turner fantasy, man. You have had a Miles Turner fantasy
He does all
since
the
he came
problem.
into the league.
Well, so here's the thing. The way that offense works, the way that whole team is constructed right now, you need a couple of things. You need a shot blocker, somebody who can rebound defensively, and
Yeah.
somebody who and they need to be able to stretch the floor. And Miles Turner fits all three of those. He fits within what you want as salary wise. You can make a move to get him. So it's just whether or not Milwaukee wants to part with him, and what if they're planning to blow it up.
They're not going to
Why
give him to
wouldn't
us
you?
for Simons. They're
Well,
not
I
going to
think
give
you're
him
going to
to
have
us
to.
for say.
I think you have to send Simons, and I think you need to include some draft picks. But
Yeah.
I think it's worth doing. I mean, the reality is, it'd be a
But
totally
it's
different.
probably not for Milwaukee.
What do you mean?
There's no benefit to it with Simons for them. None. You're not going to build your future around
Well, you
Anthony
don't need to.
Simons.
You don't need to. It's the draft picks they're going to want because if they're blowing it up, and they're getting draft picks, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, but they're not going to want our 25th or less, when somebody else comes calling with a better draft
I
pick
just
number.
don't. But who is going to come calling? That's the thing. Who is looking at Miles Turner as the piece that they need to fill their roster out.
I don't know, maybe Indiana at this point.
Indiana?
Indiana's probably regrettably like sitting there going, "Whoa,
Get out the door! Actually, wait, come back. We
that's what's
you.
going on, right?" They gotta be having some remorse.
Because why? Because
I'll tell you another team. I'll tell you another team that he would be perfect for. Perfect, and they have a young guy that they could trade for him. Dallas. Him, Cooper Flag, like he stretches the floor in a way
absolutely
better
not.
than Gafford.
There's no way they're going to do that because the Dallas is going to they are going to let that team stink for the rest of the season because they are going to want a high draft pick. I mean, like, why would you not? You're not going to win with Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving and
the
Cooper
Lakers.
Flag.
I
for
can
what?
see Ayton.
So you want to trade Ayton for Miles
Ayton's
Turner?
not that great, man. And
He's
at
not,
least Miles
but
Turner's better than Ayton.
He's
And he's probably a better fit on that team because he can play off. He can shoot the three at a higher.
Maybe, but
maybe
again, do they want to give up draft picks?
Right.
How much more time do you have with LeBron? This is kind of to what end? Like, I just don't.
Because they're gonna need to break them up somehow, dude. Because they're doing some weird stuff there together now. So, they probably need to break that team up a little bit. Let's be honest.
I doubt it. Realistically, I just don't.
Atlanta,
realistically,
Porzingis is done. Like, I mean,
Atlanta's a maybe. But Atlanta also sucks.
I also saw recently that Miami might be looking to make some moves, and Adebayo might be somebody that's changing locations.
Yeah, I mean, it's just your your salary's so much different.
Yeah.
Like I say, there's not a lot of teams I think are going to be in the market for Miles Turner,
Yeah, no.
and we are probably one of the few, and we have some trade packages that we could put together. Adebayo, I think, is going to be out of our reach. Don't get me wrong; I'd love to have him, but I just
No,
don't see how you make
I'm
that
still
work.
kind of, you know me, I'm still kind of on the Zubac train right now. If there's a way
I
to get
get
him,
it,
I'd like to get him.
I get it, but like, I don't know. He's one because he's so much. I don't know, man. Like I
It's
say, I'd be
tough.
happy.
It's
I'd be
tough.
happy to have him, but I just feel
Yeah.
like Miles Turner's the more likely solution to solve your
Pipe
problem.
man's dream, I'd like to have Giannis, or not Giannis, Sabonis, but
No,
I
I
just
don't
don't know
think we
how
can
we're
make
gonna
that
get him.
happen.
I don't think we can make it happen, at least not this year. So, dude, I'm really excited for next year, and I keep watching the trailers and all the reading all the stuff on it for GTA 6. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm gonna lose some time on it. There's rumors that it's gonna cost $100. There's rumors that it's gonna be this crazy, like, I think I'm gonna pay it either way because I
Uh-huh.
just Rockstar makes incredible games. I've never played a Rockstar game I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, and then I look at 2K, man, and you give me grief because it's pay for play with 2K. It is 100%. But guess
Mm-hmm.
what? I like it, and it's entertainment, and you don't have to, you make a build, you can make a build as fast as you want, if you want to, really. But my point in all that is that, games are, if I'm playing video games at home, spending money playing them,
Mm-hmm.
okay? I'm
Mm-hmm.
not out at the bar spending money at the bar. I'm not out drinking. I'm not out eating
Yeah.
all kinds of food. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so when you average it out, the money that I save by staying home and playing video games,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably significant, honestly, relative to going out and doing stuff all the time.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like there's a growing issue with these AAA developers. Like look at Call of Duty. Tell me that wasn't the worst campaign. It's always online campaign. Why? Why does that need to be always online? What kind of acid fueled fever dream was it? Like that was just it was weird.
It
It's
was
so
very
it
strange.
was strange. So I don't know, man. Like I get
Call of Duty
worried
hasn't
that
been good in 2 games, to be honest with you. 2 games ago, that Call of Duty was incredible with
was really good.
shootouts and shipment and stash house and the smaller maps and the ability to run fast and just
Like I
play
said,
the game.
but I don't know if you saw this, but one of the things that because there's some other shooters that have come out that are doing really well, and basically the higher ups at Activision basically said, Call of Duty's too big to fail. Nothing is too big to fail. Like
No.
there has, I know I pay a little
There are
more
games.
attention to
Battlefield really this year
is
produced
the
a better
better
game.
produce a better
Everybody
game.
said it, the reviews are there. PUBG of all things, the first like battle royale online like big thing, it's been in beta mode forever. It's free. Guess what? PUBG is still played a lot. Apex played a lot more
Yep.
than Warzone. There's stuff. There's definitely stuff, and shame on them for saying that because
Well,
it will.
but I think it's a symptom of a bigger issue with a lot of these really big developers because
Yeah.
you know uh I know I pay way more attention to that get that sort of stuff than you do. But like did you ever read anything about the last Dragon Age that came out?
Not much, but some. Why?
So basically it flopped
Yeah. Yeah.
hard, harder than Jenna Jameson on a workday. Like
Oh man.
it flopped hard. And it's because the there's no they're developing games to fit a narrative sometimes. They're developing some of these games to basically they're throwing slop out there. Like
Yeah. They're mass produced. They're producing them quick, and
well, they're taking
and that
forever to produce them. They're
some of
taking
them.
Yeah, no, man. They
Call of Duty's just getting churned and
well,
burned.
yeah, Call of Duty doesn't really count. Like,
2K churned and burned.
I don't
You know
really
what the
count.
problem is with like 2K? They have no competition. None. See, Call of
No,
Duty
live
can
is
fail.
dead.
Like, Call of Duty can fail 100% because they have competition. There is zero competition for 2K. So they have people spend money, so there's no reason to improve it.
Right. Well, and that's kind of my point with some of these AAA games. Is one of the reasons that I'm a little worried about GTA 6, because I don't trust any of them anymore. It's like I used to trust
But
BioWare.
Rockstar's always been kind of pure, man. Like, they take forever to make the game. You look at the games they make. The Witcher was great.
Rockstar didn't make
not
The
Witcher.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm sitting there thinking open world, and
but the
first one came
this
out
is kind of
with
what I
Witcher.
mean, though. So, like, all right, you've got CD Projekt Red comes out with The Witcher 3. It's amazing. Then they come out with Cyberpunk 2077,
and it terrible.
And it takes 2 years for them to fix all the issues with it. I trusted them to deliver, and they didn't. You look at like BioWare. BioWare made Mass Effect, Jade Empire, Dragon Age, all Knights of the Old Republic.
I just don't
all
see
these
Rockstar
fantastic...
failing, dude. I just don't. Think about
I
it from this perspective.
Yeah,
I know, I get it, but think about it from this perspective. You and I still play GTA 5 online.
Yeah, just because they did a good job with the last one doesn't mean they're going to do a good job. I don't trust any of them.
It's got to be an upgrade, man. I'm telling you, and there's a lot of stuff.
It very well may be. But my point is that.
But what do they need to upgrade? Really, it's more the same.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily upgrading. It's making a game that's actually fun and good to play, and isn't trying to preach to me that I need to be a kinder, gentler human being or whatever. Like I say, it's like Dragon Age, in the last Dragon Age, character creation. You could have mastectomy scars on your character because you could genuinely real thing. Yeah,
some weird.
I never played it. I didn't play it. I didn't buy it. I wasn't gonna buy it. Like, but it's that sort of stuff, man. And it's like they're not trying to make a good game. They're trying to like SJW preach to you the whole time. Like,
I can promise you right now, GTA will not be in that boat.
There's pride parades. That was probably a mistake. Regardless of which side you're on, I don't know if that was a good idea.
No, but there's also church. There's also going to 2K court, or like you can play basketball. Like it's GTA. This GTA is supposed to be more like The Sims. Like Sims you know what I mean? Kind of control every aspect,
I don't trust any of them anymore.
No, I know, dude. They make terrible games, but they make terrible games because we keep giving them money.
Well, I stopped giving them money.
I'm gonna keep giving them money.
I've stopped giving them money. Like CD Projekt Red. I bought 2077 without even really a thought.
No, it was a flop, and I never bothered to try any of the stuff after they supposedly fixed it because it was already dead to me.
Yeah, same. Let's see. BioWare. The most successful game they've had in recent memory was when they remastered the original Mass Effect series. That was great.
Yeah.
But that's
they're remastering Max Payne supposedly in the next couple of years, and Red Dead Redemption 3 is gonna be coming.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Those aren't really my style, but like even Bethesda does they came out with Starfield. Well, I can deal with the bugginess if the rest of the game is good. And Starfield was so boring, I almost wanted to like gouge my eyes out. It was terrible.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing these producers up.
Indie games are killing it right now. The indie games are killing it. Like, I forget the name of the game, but the hottest game of last year was that Japanese game.
Well,
I know you know what I'm talking about, dude. I can't even think of the name all of a sudden off head, but
Black something Wukong.
Yeah, and it was and it was
Wukong, I think. I didn't play it
like that.
Yeah.
No, but it was the hottest game of the year.
Yeah.
And and it was from an indie developer in Japan. It wasn't from like it wasn't from
I
some
think it
massive
was. I
conglomerate.
think it was Chinese. I'm pretty
Chinese.
sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, either way, it was an
Mm.
indie developer that was not a massive like
I don't know if it
AAA.
was. I don't know if it was indie.
Then we're not talking about the same game.
No, I think we are, but but I don't think it was so much. Well, I could be wrong, but you're bringing up a point that I also agree with. Like when you look at current developers and who's doing stuff that people want to play, they're not in the US, they're elsewhere. Because
Right.
again, they're not trying to preach to you about like
Woke.
wokeness. I'm like, I don't want that in my game. Like it's
I
cool.
just want to
Like
play my
listen,
game. I just
yeah,
want to play my game.
especially story-based stuff, dude. It's fine if there's a gay character. I don't there's gay people in real life, no big deal, whatever. I don't
If
care.
my half
Like
man, half horse character wants to hook up with a turtle, I just want it to be able to happen without hearing why it should happen.
well, exactly. It's just like, I don't need you to preach to me. Like, and it's so like the most recent game that I've been playing, is I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, Rebirth. It's a fantastic game. Love it. Unaffected. There's no one is telling
Not
me
many
any.
changes here. Would you be surprised to hear that I am playing 2K still?
Yeah. No, not even slightly. I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Like I just it it saddens me that there's so many of these.
Yeah, but dude, how far can you really go if you think about it? Like, we need what the next revolution in gaming has to happen in order to get to what you're talking about for that experience again. I don't know what that next revolution in gaming is, and I don't know if it's submersive experience more than
Mhm.
anything. But I mean, if you think about it, dude, that has to happen because right now, like games, it's kind of like movies. When's the last time you watched a movie that you were like, "Oh my God, this was so new and unimaginable," and
But movies do the same crap that the games do. They're
that's
like,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
but
There's no new ideas. We need
I
new
don't think it's that there's
revolution.
no new ideas. I think it's okay. Call me whatever names you want to call me. But it's like, okay, we're going to make this game and the lead character is this woman. And not only is she a woman, but she's a badass woman. Okay, I kind of get behind that. All right, let's see where this goes. But she's also hideously ugly. Like that's what they do. It's like what woman is like, you know what? I love looking at characters that look like they have a face like the butt of a baboon.
One, they're cartoons, so it's kind of weird,
But
or well, not
it's not weird.
digitized, I guess.
It's we all, even babies, like looking at attractive people. We all like looking at attractive people. That's why movie stars are attractive people, and recording artists, for the most part, are attractive people. Yeah, they have some talent, but a lot of it is that they are good-looking people, and that's okay. Why do we have to pretend it's not? I'm getting on my high horse. Where's my soapbox? Make
Oh,
games hot
God.
again. Please.
That's all you want?
Yeah, my girlfriend
You
plays.
want you'd be perfectly content if they remastered Leisure Suit Larry, wouldn't you?
I'm more. It's not that I'm saying that they have to be like super sexualized or anything like that. Like,
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
favorite game. My girlfriend's favorite game is Tomb Raider. She loves Tomb Raider. It's an attractive character. She likes Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Again, a reasonably attractive character. But you look at like um the what was it? Oh God, this is gonna kill me. It just came out not that long ago. Oh, it's a Souls like. They go Ghosts the sequel to Ghosts of Tsushima.
Yes, okay.
And the one that just came out, and it is this girl. Like, listen, I don't dislike you for being kind of homely and looking like a dude, but listen, yeah, like why are we doing what we're doing right now? Why are we playing make-believe? And guess what? It flopped. Who'd have thought? They keep doing this thing over and over and over again, and they get the same result. Look at the Marvel Universe. They're like, girl power. Girls don't go see those movies. It flops. Like, who are you making this for? Like, it's fine that you, like, if you make it because you want to make it and you don't care if it doesn't make any money. We talk about this all the time. The whole point is to put asses in seats. Who are you making this media for? What individual? Because apparently they don't really exist because nobody goes to watch it.
No, and yeah, you're right. You're right, but I don't want to discredit what I was saying too, that there's got to be some new experiences in the games too, and there needs to be that there almost needs to be that next person to come along, that innovation to take us to a different level. I think like the metaverse was trying, but not too many people jumped on it because nobody wants to sit around in a room full of people with and not be able to see. I think that's part of it, and you feel a little, so I don't know, man. It's I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's gonna be some revolutionary franchise that comes out and makes some like incredible game with incredible gameplay, but it just eh, video games kinda, and maybe we're old. Maybe we're old, and maybe kids now love them, and they're making them for the audience of the kids, and we
I
just absolutely are out of touch with what's being made. I
Well,
don't
I
think
would agree
so.
with this. I would agree with your statement. I could get behind it if it wasn't for the success of games that are being remade. So,
I know.
like
I know.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion remade, looks great, love it, played it, fantastic. They just remade Persona 3. They're remaking
Yep.
Persona 4. They remastered the Mass Effect series, and that did fantastic. So there's Final Fantasy
Because there's a
redoing Final
nostalgia to
Fantasy
it.
7. Well, there is it that there's a nostalgia, because I happen to know for a fact that the majority of people who are played the new Oblivion had never played didn't play the old one.
Huh. Okay.
So I wonder if is it nostalgia, or is this just the
Or there's just
reality that
good games.
the games were better? I think it's just the
Yeah.
games were better. Like, writing was important, story was important, immersion and
Yeah.
all of those things that go into a work of fiction were important, and it just doesn't seem like that's what they're doing now. I think that's half the problem with Call of Duty, is that they're
Huh.
just remaking the same stuff over and over again without trying
And
anything
it's terrible.
interesting or new.
And it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of listening, like, see, Call of Duty, if they were smart at this point, they'd slow down on making the yearly game, because that's what's killing them. They'd make one every couple of years. And
Mm-hmm.
what they should do is they should have an All-Star edition where fans vote on the maps that they want, and they make a game. And who really cares about the guns? Make it so that the TTK isn't so bad, right? Like, I mean, that's pretty
Oh, the
bad this year. The
TTK
time,
this year is really
yeah, the
bad.
time to kill is awful. But I mean, give us maps we want to play. Like, if you're gonna force maps on us, give us the maps that we want to play. Like, let me say, hey, I want shipment, I want shootouts, I want fire and rage, I want,
Well, and
you
that's
know,
I agree with you, because shipment shoot,
USS
but
Texas.
I loved USS Texas. That was such a great map.
Um, Dude, we could talk about this for hours. I want to wrap this up. I want to talk about one quick thing. Merry Christmas, friend.
Merry
Merry
Christmas, my
Christmas.
brother. Merry
I,
Christmas.
it's weird. It's 57 degrees and it's Christmas time and the sun's shining and it's kind of nice out. Getting ready to go for a walk after I get off here. The wind's
Yeah,
blowing like crazy, but
it's rainy, gray, and the wind is blowing like to beat the band. So, here.
yeah, no, the wind. We're definitely having some crazy wind gusts, but I want to take advantage of getting outside while the weather's a little bit nice. But guys, thanks for joining us. As always, Sterling and I love to ramble, as you can tell. We love to discuss things passionately, awkwardly, and incredibly weirdly. Sterl has an innate passion for the strange, and that is why these intros
That's
happen
why,
every
and
week,
and
very
that's why we
differently.
get along so well.
I'm passionate about weird. He's passionate about strange, so it works out perfectly. But no, seriously, in all seriousness, thanks for joining us. Remember to hit the like, the subscribe, do all the things. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, Spotify. We're gonna keep coming with content. Look forward to doing this again with you guys soon. And as always, stay a dude.
I'm the king of my driveway, mowing line so straight. Got a toolbox full of glory, and a mortgage by the plate.